Hello everyone, I am Ms. Megha Karaval, Department of Civil Engineering from Praveen Patil College of Diploma Engineering and Technology, Bind. In this lecture, we are going to start rail fixtures and fastening. All fittings which are used for linking the rails ends to end and also for fixing the rails to sleeper in a track are known as a sleeper as a fixtures and fastening of track fitting. The purpose of providing fitting and fastening in a railway track is to hold the rails in their proper position in order to ensure the smooth running of trains. This fitting and fastening are used for joining a rail to rail as well as fixing them to the sleeper. So functions of rail fixtures and fastening are to connect the rail into together and fixing rail to sleeper in a track, to secure arrangement between the rails and sleeper and rails and rail, to join one rail with other rail to maintain continuity of rail fish plates are used, to maintain alignment of track both vertically and horizontally. Bearing plates protect sleeper from sinking and damage caused by heavy loads and increase life of sleeper. Bearing plates helps to distribute load over a large area of sleeper. To fix rail, bearing plates, chairs to wooden sleeper, spikes are used. To connect fish plates to rail fish bolts are used. They are made from high carbon steel to withstand shear resistance. Types of fixtures and fastening: fish plates, bearing plates, chairs, spikes, bolts, keys and cotters, anchors and anti-grippers. Now we start with the fish plates. At every rail joint, two fish plates on either side are provided to maintain the continuity of the rails. Fish plates is made of mild steel. Mild steel flat is 20 thick material is used for the fish plates. Each fish plate is usually 456 centimeter long provided with four numbers of 32 diameter holes at 114 center to center. The fish plates are rolled to a section to fit in between head and foot of the rail. At the rail joints, two fish plates, one on either side of the joint, are used, and both the first plates are held together by means of four fish bolts passing through a holes provided in the web of rails. Functions of fish plates: used in a rail joints to maintain the continuity of the rails, to allow for any expansion and contraction of the rail caused by the temperature variation, maintain the correct alignment of the line horizontally and vertically. Requirement: permit free expansion and contraction, support underside rail and top of foot, easy to replace, resist vertical and lateral bending. Bearing plate: the plates which are placed in between flat footed rails and wooden sleeper on the railway track are known as the bearing plates. Types of bearing plates are flat bearing plates and canted bearing plates. Flat bearing plates advantages are: they are distribute the load uniformly on sleeper, they prevent shifted of rails, they eliminate adding a wooden sleeper. It is possible to maintain a gauge in better way when the bearing plates are used. Disadvantages: the loose bearing plates admit moisture from which results in the increase of wear of sleeper. Due to a new holes, there is removal of bearing plates which has reduced the holding power of the spikes. Flat bearing plates: these plates are used in a turnout track under the points and crossing and such other places where the rails are to be laid flat. Canted bearing plates: these bearing plates are all used on a soft wooden sleeper below the outside of the rail, on curve, on the sleeper placed on either side of rail joints, on a bridge, etc. Now next is a chairs. For holding double-headed and bull-headed rails to fix to sleepers by round spikes, cast iron chairs are used. Stock and tongue rails are rest on special type of chairs named as a slide chair. So there are two types of chairs is cast iron chairs and slide chairs. Spikes. Spikes are required to fix the rails, bearing plates or chairs to a wooden sleeper. Requirements of good spikes. They should be strong enough to hold the rails, bearing plates and chairs in proper position. They should be easy in fixing and removing from the sleeper. They should not come out under vibration and maintain the gauge property. They should they should be cheap in their initial as well as maintenance cost. So first type is dog spikes. Assembled with the docked ear, generally used for holding the flat-footed rails to a wooden sleeper. Advantages of dog spikes is cheap. This material is cheapest, easy in fixing and removing from sleeper. Maintain the better gauge. Disadvantages: due to the wave motion, spikes slightly are driven out of the sleeper, causes creep in the rail. Screw spikes. Tapered screw with the V thread. Heads is circular with a square projection. Advantages of screw spikes: holding power is more, resist lateral thrust, and it is strong. Disadvantages: these spikes are costly. Gauge maintenance is difficult. Next is round spike. Head either the cylindrical or hemispherical and have a blunt end. Used for fixing chairs or bull-headed rails to wooden slipper. Used for fixing slide chairs of points and crossing. Have limited use. Also known as a rough spike. So these are the types of spikes: dog spikes, screw spikes, round spikes, standard spike, and elastic spikes. Last is elastic spike. Have a special head and are provided with the steel spring. Head absorbs the wave motion without getting loose, provide a better grip, reduce the wear and tear of rail, reduce the grip of rail also. Most commonly used in a UK, 3 spikes per base plates are used. Standard spikes. They are used for fixing a cast iron chairs with the timber sleepers like a round spikes. Now next types is bolts. Different bolts are used for different purpose as a to connect the fish plates to the rails at each rail joint, to connect chairs or bearing plates to timber sleeper, to connect sleeper to bridge girders. So types of bolts is dog or hook bolt, fish bolt, fang nut bolt. Fish bolt. Fish bolt is connect used for connect the fish plates to the rail, and hook bolt used to fix wooden sleeper to bridge girder, and fang bolts are used for fixing side sheds to the sleeper. Last is keys. Small tapered pieces of timbers and steel used for fixing the rail to sleeper. The key is required to keep the rail in a proper position, maybe wood or metal. There are small straight or tapered places to connect the rails to chair. It is used to fix double or bull-headed rails to chairs. So the different keys are timber keys or wooden keys or metal keys. Wooden keys, they are a straight or tapered pieces of timber, normally 8.567 centimeter into 4.13 centimeter, tapering by 0.375 centimeter on both the side. They are cheap but likely to be stolen or losing and attached by vermins. Metal keys, they are the tapered or spring type of steel keys, and they are costlier but they have a longer life than timber key. Keys, Morgan keys. These keys are also called as a scenes. This type was a pattern by Morgan. This type of key is about 180 mm long and is tapered 1 in 32, just like a steel wedges. Types of metal keys are Stewart keys and spring coiled key. Stewart keys, it is a steel plate bent in the form of a letter E. A steel wedge is introduced at the ends to keep the keys tight against the rail weave and the outer jaw of the chain. Spring coiled key, it is a shape of closely coiled spring. The springs are also in the common used as they are absorb the vibration created by the rolling force. Anchor or anti-creepers. It is used to prevent the creep in a rail. They are available in a different shape. The number of anti-creepers is depend upon the amount of creep is occurring in the track. So anchors are fixed to the foot of the rails and are absorbed absolute contact, usually with the alternate slipper on the side of opposite to the direction of creeps. If creep is occurs in the both the direction, as in the case of the single line track, anti-creepers are provided on the both sides of the slippers. And this device is used for preventing the creep in a railway track are known as anchors or anti-creeper, and these are available different shapes and may be fixed to the foot of the rail, either spring action or wedges. Thank you.